Hello, this is Mark Birchville with the National Weather Service. This is a short narrated video of a story map that was created for the 10th Commemoration of the Joplin, Missouri EF-5 tornado. This story map will be made available at the National Weather Service Springfield website at www.weather.gov/Springfield. On May 22, 2011, one of the deadliest tornadoes in the history of the United States struck Joplin, Missouri. 158 people were killed and over 1,000 were injured. This video will go over some of the items located in the story map, describing the timeline and statistics of the tornado, some of the environmental data and radar data from the tornado, historically how this tornado ranked against other violent and deadly tornadoes. We will go into the preparedness and safety aspects, and lastly a tribute to those that were affected by this tornado. Here is an overview timeline of the Joplin, Missouri tornado from west to east. With an estimated time frame at the bottom, the National Weather Service issued a hazardous weather outlook on Friday, May 20th, highlighting the potential for severe weather. A tornado watch was issued at 1:30 p.m. on May 22nd, and a tornado warning was issued at 5:17 p.m., 17 minutes before the tornado touched down. Here are some aerial images that show the extent of the damage. The story map takes you through the timeline of the tornado from its initial touchdown on the southwest side of the city. The tornado then intensified as it moved into the city, directly impacting the St. John's Regional Medical Center. Significant damage occurred to this building and anything outside of the hospital with debris piles and vehicles thrown around. The tornado then continued to the east, impacting the St. Mary's Catholic Church. This is where the tornado reached peak intensity at roughly a mile wide. The only thing left visible was a steel cross and a small section of a roof. There were neighborhoods in this community that were unrecognizable as the homes were swept off their foundations. The tornado then crossed 25th Street and South Main Street, where the Joplin High School had significant damage, including a bus that was tossed on top of the bus garage. Businesses and homes were totally destroyed. The tornado then impacted a heavy business district on Range Line Road, where businesses such as Academy Sports, Home Depot, Walmart, and a Pepsi distribution center were all nearly destroyed. Once the tornado began to reach the eastern portions of the city, it did slowly weaken some in intensity. However, it still caused significant damage to the East Middle School along East 20th Street. The tornado then began to move to the southeast, crossing Interstate 44, where it blew vehicles off of the interstate and continued to damage trees and structures. The tornado then weakened and lifted almost 5 miles northeast of Granby, Missouri. This is where it damaged trees and structures before finally lifting. Here is an enhanced Fujita scale rating with wind speeds and expected damage caused by tornadoes. The Joplin tornado was an EF-5 rating, which is the strongest of all tornadoes. Wind speeds over 200 miles per hour occur in EF-5 tornadoes with incredible damage. The tornado was on the ground from 5:34 p.m. to 6:12 p.m. local time. The tornado length was just a little over 22 miles. The maximum width was 1 mile. Over 7,000 homes or businesses were lost. This story map also takes you into the radar and environmental analysis from the tornado. While we will not go in depth into this analysis in this video, you are encouraged to check out the different weather parameters that went into making this deadly tornado. There is also a detailed radar analysis that walks you through the timeline of the tornado from the perspective of what was seen on radar during those moments leading up to, during, and after the tornado. This animation shows that debris was lofted over 20,000 feet into the air as the Joplin tornado went on its path. Here is a map of other notable EF-5 tornadoes in the central U.S. from 1950 to present time. On the story map, you can click on the different events and they will give you a detailed description of that event. The Joplin tornado ranked 7th among the deadliest tornadoes in U.S. history. The National Weather Service emphasizes the need for communities to become ready, responsive, and resilient. This is done by taking proactive steps to prepare for hazardous weather. One way that communities can accomplish this is through the Storm Ready program. Storm Ready encourages communities to take a proactive approach by developing policies, procedures, guidelines, and equipment that can be utilized before hazardous weather strikes. The City of Joplin was first recognized as a Storm Ready community on June 25, 2001, and still remains a Storm Ready community today. Another way is through the Weather Ready Nation Ambassador Program. These are organizations or individuals that help promote, educate, or share weather information, themes, messages, success stories at home and at the workplace. On the story map, there are preparedness and safety videos that describe how to make a plan and how to build an emergency kit. There is also information on ways to receive watches and warnings, tornadoes and road safety information, sheltering guidance, and the information on the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning. As we come to the end of this narration, we'd like to end with a tribute to the victims and all those that were impacted by the Joplin, Missouri EF-5 tornado. Once again, this story map will be located on the National Weather Service Springfield, Missouri website at www.weather.gov/Springfield. Thank you for listening.